I'm just back from Barcelona, where I've spent 10 days with young people facing what might be the bleakest economic futures in all of the developed world. I went there because I wanted to see how a city as rich in history, as famous for food and architecture and design, would fare when one out of two of its young people, 25 and younger, who are looking for work, can't find anything. Barcelona is at an interesting time. The only thing that seems to outnumber tourists are the tens of thousands of protesters who have taken to the streets in the recent months. I went there because I spent the last year here focused on decoding the city in the 21st century. But I knew after 20 years of journalism that the way to tell that story was to go to the place where it was happening and to understand how the factors that were affecting that city were being experienced by the people that lived there. That key concept fuels not just my work last year, but also the project I want to talk to you about now. I understood that the best way to understand cities is to tell their stories. And I'm going to do just that. My project is Places Magazine. It's an online journal that's going to use long-form, nonfiction journalism to bring an audience together to learn about cities. We're going to talk about cities' challenges, but we're not going to talk about the issues without understanding the stories that make them real. To be honest, it's a great time to be talking about cities because everybody else is. For the first time in our history, more people live in the cities than they do in rural areas. That's a change that is got a lot of attention. Cities are the places where people are coming together to be inspired. They come together to work, to live. They have an outsized impact on the global climate. They also fuel economies, inspire us. By focusing on long-form storytelling, I'm going to be able to get at the kinds of stories that I most want to tell about cities. For instance, this story here is about East Palo Alto, which is a small community that's just next door to Palo Alto in the riches of Stanford. It labors in the shadow of Silicon Valley without any benefits, it seems. And then there's other stories that look more at history, like this one about my hometown, Louisville, Kentucky. Bourbon Town, as it's often called, is a place that has a history that's intertwined with horse racing history, bourbon history, history and issues of race. All that comes together to make for a wondrous city and a great tale. It's also got its own moments of dark and bloody history. What I'm hoping you'll do is follow me along as I bring together an audience of people that care about cities, that want to learn about them, but they're brought there because they love stories. Places Magazine is a prototype, and it will be developing over the next year. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a good time to be talking about cities, and it's a great time to be talking about journalism. Thank you.